Now, have you been considering a move to the beautiful Sunshine State, right? So you can take advantage of the tax savings, no tax on your income, year-round, great weather, beach access, right? But you're looking probably throughout the state of Florida blinking, where is it actually affordable, right? Since the Great Migration, house prices here in the state of Florida have gone up almost 30% in some areas, right? So some areas that used to be affordable are no longer, but I have a great opportunity for you here, right here in Jacksonville. It's one of the last metro cities in the state of Florida that's offering you that affordability that many of you have been longing for. Riverfront access, beach access, unlike Orlando, as much as I love it, it doesn't have beach or river access like Jacksonville does. As well as, guys, it has a very strong job market. So actually the job market here is set to outpace the national average. So one of the things you may know, Mayo Clinic is here, FIS is here, Fidelity is here, Johnson & Johnson, military is here, of course. As you know, we have 2 military bases and so much more. Another great thing that you should know about Jacksonville, it is on the verge of greatness. It has a $1 billion project slated to revitalize and renew all of the downtown Jacksonville. Now, of course, with the Four Seasons coming also here to Jacksonville, establishing their hotel and residency, you're going to see home prices here in Jacksonville double and triple in some areas. So this is the time, guys, to get in and take advantage of this beautiful riverfront city while it's still affordable. Now, according to niche.com, we have 169 neighborhoods. We don't have time to go over all 169, but we're going to outline just a few, 4 or 5 for you to kind of keep on your radar. That will be great opportunities for you to take advantage of. They offer that charming appeal. I know a lot of you love new construction, so we're going to look at those options as well, but we're going to look at some historic neighborhoods as well that give you that historic character, charm, walkability, access to restaurants, boutiques, and of course access to the river and the beach. All right, so stay tuned for our journey, guys. There's a lot to pick from here in Jacksonville, and I'm here to be a resource and to guide you through the process to make sure you get paired up with the right area, the right neighborhood, the right budget for you and your family. All right, stay tuned, guys. We're going to give you all the details to make this beautiful city home. Now let's jump in the car and take a driving tour of our first desirable neighborhood right here in this beautiful riverfront city. One of the great things you'll appreciate about this neighborhood is its location. It's less than 6 miles from downtown Jacksonville. It is centrally located to just about everything you could need for your everyday life. Now, this community has been immaculately preserved with this historic charm, beautiful landscape. Here, you'll see a feature of its San Marcos Square, where all great community events are hosted right here in this beautiful square. Now, another thing you will love about this neighborhood that has a population under 2,000 people, it has an array of different coffee shops for you to enjoy, an array of different fine dining. It has gorgeous boutiques as well as breathtaking art galleries as well. Now, there's beautiful parks lined throughout this neighborhood, as well as it having its own grocery store within walking distance to many of the home residents right in this community, as well as a theater. Yes, a community theater hosting many monthly plays. Now we've jumped over to our first neighborhood that we're going to highlight that I wanted to be sure that you know about, which is offering convenient access, walkability, great schools, great restaurants, and just a great lifestyle. That is San Marcos. It is less than 4 to 6 miles from downtown Jacksonville riverfront where we just were, okay? It also has access to the river's own private access to the river as well. It's like a little park. It's not private, but it's a park that actually has access to the river, and so much more. Now, some of the great things I love about this neighborhood, again, is its location. It's less than 16 miles to the Jacksonville airport, especially for those that need to commute. Now, for my medical professionals, it is less than 4 miles to Baptist Health and many of our medical facilities that are in downtown Jacksonville. Now, it is for our beach lovers, it is less than 20 miles to Jack's Beach. Actually, from where I'm sitting all the way to Jack's Pier, it is less than 20 miles. So very convenient location. Now, you already noticed some of the restaurants and bookstores behind me. Now, let me tell you about the schools, because I know that's important to you guys as well. They have an array of both private and as well as public schools available for you to take advantage of. So they have Episcopal, private school. They actually have Bishop Kennedy as well. Now, as far as public schools, they have Landon College Preparatory, which is a very high rated school, as well as Hendricks Elementary, as well as Douglas Anderson School of the Arts. So within a mile of where I'm sitting, there's at least 6 different A-rated schools available for you to take advantage of, okay? Now, remember, when it comes to evaluating schools, you know, guys, I told you I've been a teacher, was a teacher for over a decade with Duval County Public Schools, as well as worked briefly with St. Johns County as well. You don't want to use real estate websites to determine the evaluations of schools. You need to go directly to the school of the board, the School of Education, as far as the Department of Education, I apologize, to actually evaluate schools. I'm going to put up the website again for you to use. You actually want to go to the school improvement plan, and it will show you a more accurate depiction of the rating and the evaluation of schools that you may be evaluating for your particular scholar.
If you would like more information on how to determine the school's performances in this area, you want to be sure to check out my video that I created for you guys, a full guide on how to determine the grades of each school you're looking at.
Right, let's move on to the next thing that makes San Marco great. Is the variety of not just restaurants and things to do and great events that they host right here in this beautiful plaza, but the range of real estate options. Like, it's really surprising for a neighborhood of this prestige and this sophistication that you have the options of riverfront condos, you have townhome options, and you have historic bungalow homes ranging around the 400,000 range to large estate size homes that are over 3 million, that are riverfront, that are over an acre. So I'm going to show you kind of a driving tour of some of those options that are available as well. But definitely, when you're considering everything that you may need as far as convenient locations, great restaurants, great schools, and just a great community vibe where you're kind of centrally located to everything, I definitely would encourage you to consider San Marco. Now, again, we have 169 neighborhoods here in Jacksonville. I am here as your Florida real estate agent, and I've lived here in Northeast Florida for over 20 years. As I said, worked formerly as an educator, and I'm here to pair you up with the right neighborhood out of all of those, the right neighborhood in the right area, whether it be St. John's, whether it be Jacksonville, to make sure you get the right fit for you. All right, let's jump on to our next neighborhood, okay? Now, I think you're gonna be surprised by this one. This has been ranked number 4 place to raise a family and number 4 place to live. All right, let's go to our next one.
We head back to the other side of the St. Johns River to explore our next neighborhood. I want you to take note of our downtown area where many of our corporations are, as well as our riverfront activities such as the Riverside Arts Market. This happens every Saturday from 10 to 3 p.m. It is a load of community fun, especially going to the Cummer Museum that is right next door. They have live music, food trucks, local vendors, and even local produce for you to take advantage of.
Now, here we are at the heart of Jacksonville, the river, the St. Johns River in particular. Now, one of the great things about this Riverside Art Market is it's right here along the river, so you get to enjoy scenic views of downtown, as well as great live music, local vendors, and great food trucks.
We are working hard for you. If you appreciate this video, please show your support by pushing like and considering joining our family by subscribing. Now, what we do need to hear from you is, once this video is finished, we want to hear from you in the comments. Which of these communities can you see working for you and your family? All right, leave us a comment below. I am so excited to unpack with you our next neighborhood. Now, this neighborhood, believe it or not, it is ranked top 5 right here in beautiful Riverfront, Jacksonville. It offers that historic charm, the walkability, quick access to gourmet restaurants, fun things to do, great parks, and access to the river. Now, one of the many things you'll love about this neighborhood is not just the community events, but the friendly people and the focus on community. Now, let's unpack more on this top 5 neighborhood.
We are in our next most desirable neighborhood right here in beautiful Jacksonville. Now, this, according to niche.com, has been ranked number 4 place to raise a family. Now, some of what we have in like San Marco, we have here, which is that walkability and great restaurants as well as great schools. Some of my favorite places to eat over here is actually right behind me, which is Mellow Mushroom. Really fun place. They have trivia. They actually have games in there for you to actually set up and play with friends. Southern Grounds, which is a coffee shop right down the way here. It actually has exquisite food. I'm gonna try to give you a video tour of that coffee shop if it's not too many people in there, okay? Because it's really elegant, very upscale and modernly done for a coffee shop, you know. We have the Brick here. They have Biscotti's, which has these really amazing desserts and just really gorgeous homes. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the location, because everything in real estate starts with location, right? So this location is on the other side of the river. So we were on San Marco, which is like the south side of Jacksonville, closer to the beach. Now from here, you're gonna be about 26 miles from the beach from this location. We're literally 5 miles from San Marco, okay? Now from here, you're gonna be closer to the airport, about 5 miles. So you'll probably be about no more than say 13 miles to the Jacksonville airport. And as far as the medical professionals on this channel that are watching, you're no more than 8 miles from Baptist Health and all the other downtown hospitals here, in about 18 to 20 miles from Mayo Clinic, okay? Now let's talk about the schools. Now, some of the schools in this area are dear to my heart. Some of the public schools, which is Fishwire Elementary. I may not be saying that right. Actually, the principal is Miss Dennis. She's actually the wife of my first principal I had my first year as a teacher, Mr. Dennis. Hey, Mr. Dennis. Hey, Miss Dennis. She has led that school with excellence and continue to maintain an excellent rating with that school that's located right here in this community, as well as Riverside High School. It used to be called Robert E. Lee. And so a lot of my middle school students ended up going to that high school. They're now grown-ups now. That's how old I am. My middle school students are now grown-ups, and they had nothing but good stories and good things to tell me about their experience at Riverside High School. Really great school with a great culture as well. So there's also private school options available here in Avondale. And now I will tell you, when it comes to real estate, majority of what you're gonna have available here is historic homes. So beautiful, charming, historic home, full brick. One of my friends that I recently drove through this area just to prepare for this video, they said it reminded them of the northeast part of the country, like Connecticut. So they say, wow, it's like you're in the northeast, but with better weather. So that's what Avondale offers. The walkability, great parks. I forgot to mention that as too. So this is actually still right on the river, and you actually have great parks right on the river for you to sit and enjoy. Actually have another kids park that I actually love to go swing on those swings as well. So this is another neighborhood to actually include, and it has been voted by niche.com as one of the best places to live and the best places to raise a family. So let's jump into our next neighborhood. Now I'm going to show you a few real estate. So what I'm going to do for you guys, I'm going to try to make sure I put a link in the description for each of these neighborhoods so you can see the available real estate that you can actively click on and see what's available currently in these neighborhoods that we're highlighting, okay? All right, let's jump to our next neighborhood. Now, I know as much as I love the options of either historic homes or new construction, I know some of you prefer new construction. So let's jump over to our next neighborhood that's going to offer you a little more options as far as new construction, but still with that convenient location, like you're still close to hospitals, quick to downtown, quick to the airport, and quick to the beach. All right, let's jump to our next neighborhood.
Before we jump over to our next most desirable neighborhood right here in Jacksonville, I wanted to tell you about one of our fun community events that happens in downtown Jacksonville that's sandwiched right between these two great neighborhoods called Art Walk. It's the first Wednesday of every month in downtown Jacksonville. It's truly a fun time with great live music and a time for our locals artists to come out and actually share their art with us and have a great time. All right, let's go on to our next neighborhood.
We are in our third community. Unfortunately, Mother Nature is not cooperating with us today, and it has gotten windy and the sun has disappeared on us. So I want to make sure that I'm able to give you a true showcase of this third community. It is actually a master plan community with the options of brand new construction that we didn't have in our prior two neighborhoods that we talked about so far. So for those that are in love with new construction but still want the convenient access of close to hospitals, close to beach, close to the airport, close to downtown, and close to actual activities, this neighborhood could be a really good fit for you. Now, again, I don't want to dive too deep into the details. We're going to do a part 2 and come back when it's actually a little more sunny outside so we can really showcase this neighborhood. But it's beautifully lined with gorgeous palm trees and just a really quaint, tranquil feel that I think you guys are really going to love. So you'll want to stay tuned for that part 2. Now, remember, we have a plethora of neighborhood options right here in Jacksonville and in St. Johns County and St. Augustine. I'm here to be a resource and a guide to walk you through the process as your Florida real estate agent with Florida Homes Realty and Mortgage to make sure you get matched up with the right community at the right budget and at the right time for you and your family. Don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help, and look out for our part 2 when Mother Nature is cooperating and the sun is all coming together. We're going to get that information to you on our other desirable neighborhoods right here in Jacksonville. All right, stay tuned, guys.
For watching to the very end, don't forget to check the description for a link directly to real estate that is currently available in these neighborhoods, and leave a comment below. Which neighborhood could you see working for you?